Hello and welcome to another episode of Technique Thursday. In every discipline that involves letters, whether it's typography, calligraphy, or hand lettering, there are always two types of letters, contrasting and the non-contrasting letters. Now, how are these two different and how can it help you in your daily hand lettering? We're going to learn about it in this episode, so let's go and jump right into this week's technique. I'm going to show you the difference between contrasting and non-contrasting letters, and I'm going to use the letter A as an example. So let's draw the skeleton of the letter A. I always start my letters by drawing the skeleton. And then the crossbar, okay? So what are contrasting and non-contrasting letters? So the contrasting letters, they are the letters that have varying thick and thin strokes, while the non-contrasting letters, these are the letters that have consistent strokes all throughout the letter. So I'm going to do the contrasting letter first, and I'm working on my letter A. So I have here the skeleton of the letter A, and I am going to add thickness to it. And because I'm doing a contrasting letter, I'm going to make this side a thick stroke. I'm shading the letters so we can see the actual structure as opposed to just the outline. This is a highly contrasting letter wherein one stroke is super thin, and then if you want, you can add more thickness and make it even more contrasting. Okay, going to just finish this with a serif. So it's looking really nice here. Okay, it's a bracketed serif, by the way. And there, we're done. This is a contrasting letter, so as you can see, it has varying thin and thick stroke. Now, what about the non-contrasting letter? What is the difference? So again, I'm going to draw the skeleton of my letter A. And I am going to add thickness first on this side. Let's draw the crossbar too. I'm going to add thickness on this side of the letter A, the first stroke, and then more on this side. I'm going to extend this a little longer. Okay, and on this corner of the letter A, I think I had it way too much here. I'm going to add about the same thickness. Now the consistency of thickness on both sides of the strokes, this is what I mean by non-contrasting letters. Okay? Let's complete this letter with the crossbar. Now, I want to highlight with you that when you're doing non-contrasting letters, your crossbar or any other stroke that is horizontal in particular, the strokes are not the same thickness compared to as opposed to the diagonal and the vertical strokes, because when you do non-contrasting letters, those horizontal strokes, they tend to create an illusion that they are wider compared to the vertical and diagonal strokes. And to compensate for that, we don't exactly make the horizontal strokes the same thickness as the vertical and diagonal strokes. They are a tad narrower. Not super narrow, it's just a little bit, so that when you look at it optically, they are of the same thickness. Okay, so that is basically the difference between contrasting and non-contrasting letter. I hope this technique helped you understand the difference between contrasting and non-contrasting letters. If you want to learn more, there's a course in my website, mydeleon.com. You can download it absolutely for free. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you soon.